Here we go. Take that down. Welcome to the Playful Life. I am your host, Crystal, the Playful Trainer. And I'm so excited. This is the second episode, and I have a guest. It's awesome. Her name is Fran Candelaria. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Candelaria. Okay. I have an Italian last name, and nobody says it right, so I try really hard.
Oh. Way up, all the way.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, there we go.
If you have to turn down your heads, by the way, that's right here. If it's too hot in your ear,
Oh, perfect.
then you can go down.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Anyway, I'm still learning all this technical stuff, but it's all good. So Fran
Hi.
is here. Hello, to
Good
be here on this
morning.
snowy morning.
Yeah, I'm
snowy
happy
Thursday.
to be here. Thank you for this
Absolutely.
opportunity. Honored to be your first guest on this new exciting adventure for you.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. So, Fran is the owner with her husband Ray at Shanti Wellness in Munster. And we're going to talk all about that and, you know, what you guys do there and everything. But I have a little fun exercise
Oh, cool.
that'll kind of break the ice and allow me to ask you questions and you answer them. And then we'll put it into a fun little game. So I found
Awesome.
I'm going to develop a fitness program for you based on this Mad Lib.
Alrighty.
So let's have some fun.
I'm excited.
So I need an adjective.
Okay. To do what? To describe what?
It just says an adjective. Have you played Mad Libs before?
Yeah, but
just
you have to
give me
read the
an adjective.
sentence.
No, I read this afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
got it.
you give
So
it to
you
me
just need an
blind, and then I
adjective.
read it to you. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
let's
what makes
just
it
go
fun.
with exciting.
Okay. Okay. A number.
8.
A noun.
Dog.
A verb ending in ing.
Jumping.
I don't know. You're designing a workout here, Fran. Part of the body.
The back.
All right. Another adjective.
Joyful.
Another noun.
How about, I don't know, cat. Is that even a noun? I don't. It's too early in the morning.
A person, place, or thing.
Yeah.
Another part of the body.
How about the belly?
A plural noun.
Horses.
Oh, boy.
I'm stuck on animals
I know.
this
I
morning.
love it. This is great. A type of food.
Pizza.
I can see what these are going to be, and it's funny to me already. Another adjective.
Sleepy.
Part of the body.
The head.
Plural noun.
How about we go with donkeys?
Oh boy. Sticking with the animals. I love it. And now it's asking for an animal.
Oh, wow. Cheetah.
Oh boy. Another part of the body.
The feet.
Okay. We're going to stop there.
All right. So what do we got?
Okay, Fran, here is your fitness routine. Looking for a no-nonsense workout for those days when you're too exciting to get to the gym? We've got you covered. First, warm up with 8 minutes of cardio, burpees, dog climbers, or jumping jacks. That was actually perfect that you
Yeah.
said jumping right there. I can't believe that. We'll get your back pumping. And then move to one of these targeted workouts. Joyful in sleeveless dresses this summer. Cat training is key. For cut arms, try a superset of push-ups and dips. To complete a push-up, start in a locked out position and lower your belly to the floor. Oh my God. Like,
Wow.
we're on some kind of wavelength here.
I'm not surprised.
If that's too difficult, you can keep your horses on the floor for
In other words, my butt.
right. Either way, you're going to feel the burn. For legs, muscular thighs and pizza-sized butts are totally in right now.
Totally.
For sleepy results, add squats and lunges into your daily routine. When squatting, make sure your head gets below your knees.
Okay.
Not the way to do a squat, by the way.
Perfect for alignment.
To amp up your workout, add some weight to both movements. Hold a pair of donkeys or grab the family cheetah.
Oh, okay.
And then squat and lunge your little feet off.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Sounds
so now
fun.
you have a workout routine.
Cool. I don't have to go to the gym later.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this to my watch party, which I forgot to do.
Awesome.
So while I'm doing this, Fran, tell me a little bit about Shanti Wellness.
Okay, so Shanti Wellness, the conception of Shanti Wellness was birthed probably about, I'm going to say 5 years ago. I have personally been a massage therapist for 23 years and have always worked a real job for the benefits of security and health insurance and all that, and then have done massage on the side. I've trained massage therapists for the last 16 years prior to that school closing that I was at. And then my husband and my husband went through a cancer journey, stage 3 throat cancer. And at the other side of that, he discovered yoga, much to my encouragement. He loved yoga so much that he became a yoga instructor. And then we just sort of merged these two concepts together, massage therapy and yoga. And then, of course, mindfulness and meditation. And he and a friend of his just would meet after yoga, and they were just hashing out the business plan for about a year. And then as things just sort of worked out, we got a location in Munster in May of 2018. We started construction almost immediately, and we were open July 1st, 2018.
Wow. Yeah, that's a quick process.
Yeah, it was very quick. And we did most of the cosmetic stuff, so painting and all that good stuff. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. Our vision is to hold space for healing in the form of yoga, massage therapy, meditation, mindfulness, and then also just community. Just to have a place for people to come to just take a deep breath.
Yes, that's so important, right?
Yeah.
We don't do that enough.
No, we don't.
Not
No.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and it is. I have been there to that space, and it is very Zen-like, I would say.
you.
You know, from the moment you walk in the door, and you know, sort of all of the rooms that you have there, and the massage rooms, and the healing rooms, and the yoga studio is amazing. So
Thanks.
I think you're definitely on the right track with creating that
you.
environment, at least physically, for people.
Yeah, and it's an intention, just to hold a vision of what is possible. And so I continue to think about that, and we're growing in a very, very healthy pace, and that makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, so your jam is massage, right? You've been doing that a long time, and I know we talked a little bit before about the benefits of massage, but let's kind of break it down. So I know that we've talked about the benefits of massage not only for you physically, but kind of emotionally and healing wise and mentally and all of that. So I'm in the fitness realm, so maybe let's tackle that one first. Like, as far as people who work out a lot, or maybe who are just starting to work out now, it's the new year, what are some benefits that they would receive from massage from like a physical point of view?
Recovery. Massage's number one benefit is increasing circulation. That is what happens when a human touches your body, and we are moving along the lines of your arteries, or possibly moving away from your arteries and your veins. We're increasing circulation. So if there's any sort of lactic acid, anything that's sort of stuck in your muscles, massage is going to help move that along. In addition to that, massage also helps to move your lymphatic fluid, just like exercise does, right? Because there's no pump in your lymphatic system, so it requires skeletal muscle contraction, which increases our immunity. It helps to move stuff around. And then energetically, it helps to just sort of take our body from this fight or flight nervous system firing into a parasympathetic nervous system firing, which is the relaxation response. So I know that in the gym and when we're working out really intensely, it's like, go, 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 we got to get this. I mean, I've been lifting weights for a couple months now, and I totally get, like, when you hit that peak personal number and you're like, man, that feels great. But there has to be something to counterbalance that. We've got to unplug for a little bit of time just so that our bodies, specifically our nervous system, can kind of just go, okay, next time I hit that gym, I'm going to be more ready. Massage therapy is wonderful for athletes because it decreases injury.
Yes.
So we're lubricating joints, we're elongating fascia, we're increasing circulation, and then psychologically calming the mind, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to go hand in hand with that, as a trainer, you know, I always tell people, so when you work your muscles, you are essentially breaking them down. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're breaking down the muscle fibers, and then when you recover and add protein to the mix and rest and sleep, and your muscles recover and rebuild, and essentially they rebuild stronger than they were before you broke them down. So it makes total sense that massage would go along with that in the, you know, kind of working that process along.
Decreases injury. And we all know the quality of sleep is super important, right? So massage helps to improve quality of sleep, right? Because we're getting our nervous system off the sympathetic firing into the parasympathetic firing. So I have clients who come to me simply because they want to sleep better. And this is their intention, their goal with receiving massage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you encourage your clients to set an intention before massage with you?
It all depends on the therapeutic relationship that I have with a client. There are some clients that I know when we're, you know, in each other's company, that their intention is some sort of healing. So I will create that space for them. There's some people who just want to come in, they just want to get their legs worked on, they want to get their back worked on, and they just want to get out of there. So it all depends on the client.
Sure. It's like that at the gym too. You know, there are people there, people there who want to change their life, and then there's people there who just want to sweat for an hour and leave, you know.
Right. They just want to get that benefit, and I totally understand that. I personally set intention with each client.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
The intention is very broad. You know, whatever this body needs to heal, however I can be of service in that, I would like to offer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And that's, of course, part of that holistic approach to things, right? That you're not just seeing, okay, I'm just working an arm or a leg, or it's the whole body, the whole picture is so important.
The whole picture. I mean, I'll work on somebody's feet and they'll say, wow, my neck feels better. And then, you know, and everyone wants to conceptualize that and try to understand it. And I can explain it. But in the moment, we just need to just be with what is. Like, wow, that's pretty cool. Right. That you can work on this pressure point right here in my hand, and my shoulder is going to be relieved, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is. It's amazing. What a neat experience, I think, to have that.
Yeah.
So for people who, you know, obviously sleep is great for, you know, we release serotonin when we sleep, and that is good in pain management and, of course, depression management and all of that. But other than that, what are some of the maybe mental or emotional benefits that you might get from massage? Well,
since you brought up hormones, neuroendocrine chemicals, I think it's really important that we talk about that, because serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine, adrenaline, everything just sort of gets balanced. Your body naturally knows what to do. We have a nervous system that is beyond our conceptual intelligence, and it knows exactly what to do. We mess it up with chemicals we put in it and with the stressors that we do, and our mind is actually our biggest stressor. The thoughts that we have, the repetitive thoughts, the negative thoughts, you know, whatever's going on in our brains, that our nervous system responds to that quicker than we can even possibly know. But so the benefit emotionally and mentally is that we just feel a sense of connection. There's a hormone in the body called oxytocin, which is a bonding hormone. And most people only think of that as when a mom is you know, she gives birth. There's a lot of bonding that takes place between her and the baby. Oxytocin is completely flooding all systems. Dads even increase oxytocin release when they're bonding with their baby. But just human beings, the very nature of me just touching your shoulder. And when we have a real connection, our bodies naturally secrete this bonding hormone, which then causes us to have this sense of well-being. And then when we feel well, we tend to drop our shoulders, we tend to relax, we tend to feel safe. And so I do believe that all yoga and massage is a chemical thing, right?
Yes.
You know, because we're just even working out,
Yes,
you know?
definitely
I mean, you just
releasing
get that
endorphins
buzz.
and how true. I mean, so many people, I feel like I've said this a lot, but we go about our day, we're in our cars and we're at the store and we're at work and all these things. And I mean, you know, we may be in a loving relationship at home, but I mean, I know even some days I go the whole day without seeing my husband or
Yeah.
talking to him, and we may go the whole day without any human touch at all.
Yes.
So, and for people who maybe aren't in a committed relationship or, you know, have a lot of love surrounding them, I mean, they may never feel that, you know, feel the warmth of a hug or a gentle hand on their back or something. And I think sometimes if we live too long in that space, it can become uncomfortable for us to want to reach
Chemically.
out and touch and
Right.
be touched. So I think, and that way massage can be a really good way to, you know, feel that and, you know, welcome that back into your life and, you know, maybe open you up to the possibility of inviting love and compassion into your life again.
I agree. Everything you said is 100% accurate. I mean, the body responds to connection. We're tribal. We are supposed to be together. But we have our own individual cars, you know, we have these big houses, nobody comes over, or a couple people, you know, whatever. You know, we interact briefly throughout the day, but we are tribal people and nobody heals by themselves. If you're on a cancer journey, recovery journey from addiction, traumatic experiences in your life, nobody recovers alone. So we need each other.
Yes.
And massage is a wonderful and safe way to get that experience of human touch.
Yes.
I mean, babies, there's studies about babies that, you know, the sooner that a child is touched post-birth changes the trajectory of that child's development. And it's just, I mean, there's study after study about that.
Wow.
Our kids need us. You know, they need us to touch them.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it so
Yeah.
much. We are going to take a quick break to hear from our awesome sponsors. So, and Fran and I are going to regroup, and I'm going to grab a drink of water. So
Awesome.
We'll be right back.
Since 1964, Springer Realty has been helping homeowners save thousands when buying or selling their home. Springer Realty is locally owned, provides full service start to finish, and will handle all the paperwork and details. Why pay those high commissions in a seller's market when one phone call can literally save you thousands? Visit us at SpringerSellsHomes.com or call 219-838-0180. Springer Realty.
Have you played today? Playful activity can be anything from taking a walk to your favorite neighborhood deli to picking up a game of soccer with your friends. But most importantly, bringing a playful mindset to everyday life can elevate your mood, increase your energy, and your thirst for life. I'm Crystal, the Playful Trainer. I'm a health, life, and fitness coach. It's my passion to help you find playful ways to get you active, achieve your health goals, and live a more fulfilling life. My new book, The Playful Journal, has been featured on the Make My Day podcast, TuneIn radio show, and in the Northwest Indiana Times. I'm available for individual, group, and online coaching, or I'd love to speak at your next event. You can find me at theplayfultrainer.com or on Facebook or Instagram. Stay playful.
Who's ready for a Polish? Stop by our bigger, better location at 918 Carroll Street in Roxana, East Chicago. With our expanding menu, Big Frank Sausage has drinks for all ages. So tell us you heard it here right on Ron Harlow Media and receive $1 off any beverage of your choice. We now have craft beers, Żywiec Okochum on tap, as well as delicious new appetizers and homemade corn dogs. Family dining and catering available. Look for our booth locations and events on our Facebook page. Call ahead to order or to hear more about us at 219-378-9556. You'll rave about our Sunday brunch from 11 to 5. Come sit in our lengthy bar and enjoy all of our favorite sporting events. Big Frank Sausage, as seen on Chicago's best. Great food, great sports, great entertainment. Smacznego I na zdrowie.
Dr. Tori's Dental Shop in Cherville is a dentist to the stars. Her wealth of knowledge in the area of pain management, plus her ability to communicate the process, makes you feel like a star. The practice is growing for all the right reasons. Call and set up an appointment before her client book is full. Call 219-322-4036 and tell them you heard about it right here on Ron Harlow Media. Dr. Tori's Dental Shop is located at 130 East Joliet Street in Cherville at 219-322-4036. Call and feel better about every dental visit you ever have again.
Okay, we're back. Cool. Thanks again to all those awesome sponsors. Okay, so we are here with Fran Candelaria, and so excited. She is, again, a proprietor over at Shanti Wellness with her husband, Ray, and they've been there since 2018, and they're thriving, and they're amazing. And if you're just tuning in, go back and rewatch the beginning, because we talked all about the benefits of massage on, your physical, mental, emotional well-being, all of that stuff. So, again, I want to mention this podcast is also brought to you by the Playful Journal, 12-week guide to a more playful life. So you are here on the Playful Life with me, Crystal, the Playful Trainer. So again, too, if anybody has any questions or want to join the conversation with me and Fran, we are live on Facebook. We do have our live feed going here. I also have a watch party going, and you can call us at 720-33-MY-DAY. Again, 720-33-MY-DAY. So,
You mean the phone's going to ring?
Yes, we have a very cool, little app here on the computer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we could hear the caller. So if you
Oh
call,
my
you could be
gosh.
on the podcast.
Wow.
Oh. Okay. So before we went to that little break, we were talking about people being tribal and healing in a community and all of that. And, of course, when I went to your space, I saw that awesome yoga studio that you have there. So, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about what you offer there, what kind of classes and workshops and how that community is building over there at Shanti.
Okay, awesome. So we are a non-hot yoga studio. And Ray and I both have training in a form of yoga called vinyasa, which is, it's just like a flowing yoga, right? So we just move through asanas with breath and with movement. And we offer chair yoga on Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, which is wonderful because that makes yoga accessible to all people. And yoga is accessible to everybody. You do not have to be bendy. You do not have to be thin. You do not have to be young. You do not have to fit great in your leggings. Anybody can practice yoga.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that.
Please and
I think
thank you.
people have such a preconception of what that looks like.
Honest to God. I mean,
count
anyone can
themselves out.
meditate. Anyone can get a massage. There's no limits with this stuff. We also offer a restorative class on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 6 p.m., which is a lovely experience. It's just, we take you into different asanas, different postures, and we hold those, and then we breathe. So we link our breath with the relaxation response. And then at the end of that, we take you through a yoga nidra meditation, and it's absolutely just healing. And so that's what we do. We have chair yoga, we have vinyasa, and we have restorative yoga with yoga nidra. We offer workshops occasionally on various topics like pranayama. We've done some mindfulness stuff.
What is pranayama?
Pranayama is a part of the yoga tradition, which is breath work. And that's a big fancy word for let's take you through some specific ways to focus on your breath. I personally like to take everything down to very simple, usable, and tangible activity. So I always say let's just begin focusing on our breath by noticing the air coming into your nostrils. Let's just start there. And then eventually we can change the rhythm and the rate of your breath. But I think most people are so stuck in their heads or they're stuck in the periphery that they don't even pay attention to the fact that this is a living, breathing body. And that our existence is dependent upon the oxygen we take in. And that our life is measured by that first breath and the last breath. And then everything in between is what we call the journey. And part of my intention as a yoga instructor and a massage therapist is to help to encourage people just to return to the breath. Every moment is an opportunity to take your mind off the periphery, the stressors.
Yes.
All of them, because we all have them. Tuesday was an absolute day from hell for me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? The tools that I've been cultivating helped to pull me back in so that I didn't have to stay stuck in the story about everything that was kind of unfolding.
Yes.
Because life is going to unfold. So the yoga process, the yoga journey, the yoga experience helps to train us to be comfortable with what is. You know, I might not be able to touch my toes right now, but I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I might not be able to do blah, 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 but I'm okay with that. Just being okay with what is.
Yeah, I love that.
And giving people permission to accept you just as you are right now.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to wait until I am, I will never be 140 pounds again. Well, maybe I will be. I don't know. But I'm not going to wait for that number to determine my happiness.
Yes.
And I can't believe I just said that on the air. But whatever.
I love it. We
But
love
anyways,
honesty.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
It's very true.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
This is what it is.
And, that's, of course, my whole message, too, is, it's all about the journey and being playful. And,
I love that.
we only have one life,
Yes.
as far as we know, right? But
one life in this physical expression.
Physical experience,
Yeah.
exactly. And I feel like, for a lot of years, I forgot that. I mean, I don't know if maybe when we're young, we don't think of that. We think we're invincible. We think, oh, the
For
world
sure.
is my oyster. And,
Yeah.
sure, I'll do this thing I hate. And, and we do it for so long. And I got to that point, I don't know, I had a spiritual awakening, I think, and
Yes.
realized that I was not living the life that was on my heart and not living the dreams that God had put on my heart. So,
Yeah.
I
love all of that.
Yeah. So, and kind of how you said, like, you had a bad day, and that's unfortunate. And
Bad days are going to happen.
They do, but they don't have to cloud your week, your month,
No.
your year,
No.
right? So,
Or your other relationships. The more emotional intelligence that we cultivate, in other words, taking responsibility for our own emotional well-being, helps to really, truly create the space for other people around you to also live in a very human experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, very true.
And, we'll have clients that'll come in and just the day will just be so much, whether they're getting on the massage table or they're getting into the yoga room on their mat. Inevitably, when we take time out for ourselves, we always feel better on the other side of it. Always.
That's always a win
It's
situation.
always a win.
Yep.
I mean, the self-compassion and self-care is the new wave of the future. We can talk about, getting rid of all this dietary stuff and changing our diets and exercising more. And we talk about that as things, but the concept needs to come right back to the person. What can I do to cultivate more self-awareness, more self-compassion, more self-understanding? And the more we become familiar with what feels good in our bodies, the less likely we are to put ourselves in situations that make us feel like crap.
Right, exactly. Or to go searching for those things to feel good in other places, right?
Yes.
Whether that's food or substances or bad relationships
Yes.
or whatever it is, being comfortable with yourself, knowing yourself, and being able to kind of bring that happiness from the inside out, is so important. And, so true too. I think a lot of people think, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym, or I don't have time to get a massage, right? And I'm so busy.
Or money.
Right, or money. Yeah, that's another big one. But it's an exchange of energy, right? You have to,
Yes.
Do
we have the same brain? I think we do. I was just having this
I think we
conversation
do.
yesterday with somebody.
Really?
That money is energy. That's all that is. And that when we exchange this energetic gold, there's a sense of like, I value you, you value me.
Right.
And we're both supporting one another.
Yes.
But I'm sure you probably get that a lot as a trainer. Like, I want to do this, but I don't have the money.
Right.
Can we do it for free? No. I mean, yeah, there are circumstances. I definitely commit a certain number of hours every month to people that need help, just as people have committed time to me when I need help.
Right.
That's also energetic gold.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Service. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah, service is definitely part of it. But I had Rip Johnson, actually. He's one of our sponsors here, Beatniks on Conky. He owns a business, and of course, him and his wife are very entrepreneurial. And he described to me, because I said, oh, like the whole concept of asking for money and making the sale, like that's so stressful to me sometimes, And of course, if I win the lottery tomorrow and I'm a billionaire, like I'll train all y'all for free,
Well,
but
still waiting on that one. Right. I have to play to actually win.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But he was, saying you got to think of it as, if you don't have an exchange of energy, right, you're going to run out of energy eventually, and then you won't be able to help the next person down the line. And so, if you're really in this as, a service industry or whatever you do, to provide for, material things for people or service for people, know that, in order to help the next person, that next person's waiting and wanting and needing your help, that you have to survive, right? And if you think of it like that, it's maybe not as, I don't know, ominous or something like the money monster in the back of the room or something.
If you've ever worked for a corporation, they're not sitting around wondering if they're going to offend somebody by asking for money. Do you know what I mean? Like their concept of money is so vast that the people that work there are simply just like pawns to get their ends. And it is what it is.
It is.
But you and I have both made a decision to really go forward with running a business and to see what this really looks like and feels like and can become on a micro business level. Some people say small business, but what we are is really micro businesses.
I like
we're
that.
Beyond small. We're smaller than small business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's different requirements for micro businesses. The importance of marketing and all that other stuff. I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, money is energy. Time is energy.
Right.
When people disrespect your time or whatever,
Yeah.
it's all energy.
Right, exactly.
And when you become more familiar with your physical being, you also are more familiar with what doesn't feel right. When you show up in an environment that just kind of makes your solar plexus go, just like crunch in, you have the ability to turn around and walk away. You don't have to stay there anymore.
Right. That's so beautiful. Yes.
And the power
so
of
true.
that choice.
Exactly.
Even when you're in a yoga class, and I say this all the time, if what I'm suggesting doesn't feel right in your body, please don't do it. But I don't know your body. Only you do. I can suggest alignment, and if that alignment is not right for you, then we need to readjust. But you have to make that decision.
Yes.
Not me.
Listening to your body is so important. And what a great way to learn that through yoga. I think a lot of people don't ever take the time to sit there and say, well, how am I feeling? I have an exercise in the book actually where, you go through a week's worth of eating.
Nice.
Don't change anything, but just
and then you have to write
register.
It down.
Well, register not only what you eat, but how you feel.
Most important.
So, what does your energy feel like? What does your gut feel like? What's your digestion? How are you sleeping? Because all of these things are so important. I almost feel like hyper in tune with my body to the point where it's like annoying to me sometimes, where I'm like, like, oh, I've got a headache and what's causing it and this and that. And like these little minute things that happen with my body are like ding, ding, going off.
What do they say? Ignorance is bliss,
Right.
But you made a choice to learn about your body, and your body is infinitely full of wisdom. And it's going to tell you exactly what you need. But we have to be quiet enough to listen.
Yes.
Which means turning off the monkey mind and just letting your monkeys go to rest just so you can hear it.
Yeah.
The quieter we become, the more we can hear.
Yes, very, very, very true.
Yeah.
They say that a lot with prayer, no matter what, religion or spirituality you practice, but sort of that idea of quieting yourself and listening, can be so much more transformational than the talking part of our prayer, right? Or our meditation.
Yeah.
So, I would love to talk to you more. We're going to take a little quick break. And then when I come back, as somebody who finds it very, very difficult to meditate, I'd love to talk to you a little bit about that. I have a gal coming on the show next week. She's going to talk about, she loves meditation and intuition and all that. So I'd love to kind of segue into that and maybe pick your brain a little bit about that and some of the tips that you might have for me and some of our listeners.
Awesome.
All right. Here we go.
Spend the holidays with us in downtown Hammond, Indiana. You'll have a fun and festive time while supporting small and local businesses. Enjoy shopping, dining, brewery, the arts, and events. Like and visit the Downtown Hammond Council on Facebook for a listing of where to go and what to do. Call Karen at 219-512-4298 between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Hammond is happening. Looking for a friend who knows how to be a good listener? Humane Indiana in Munster has four-legged friends waiting to meet you. Open daily at 11 a.m., Humane Indiana provides many animal services from rescue to daily care. They provide on-site education while managing a wildlife preserve. At the main facility located at 421 45th Street, the staff awaits your visit. Ron Harlow Media would like to thank Director Brian Fitzpatrick and Board Vice President Scott Filler from Apex Construction and Remodeling for their support. Visit Humane Indiana and leave with a new member of the family. To find out more, visit the Humane Indiana website or dial 219-922-3811. We are taking the hassle out of holiday shopping at It's Just Serendipity. Gifts for everyone on your shopping list for every budget. We carry everything vintage and antique, handcrafted, upcycled, and repurposed goods by local artists, yummies prepared by local vendors such as honey, toffee, and biscotti. Carry decor, memorabilia, and custom gift baskets. Shop small with us at 5630 Holman Avenue in downtown Hammond, Indiana. Like It's Just Serendipity on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or visit our website, itsjustserendipity.com.
Experience Broadway in Northwest Indiana. Established as the top provider of entertainment, Theater at the Center in Munster brings you the best in live theater, music, and comedy without city prices and parking hassle. With its elegant setting and superb talent, Theater at the Center in the Round makes each production must-see. 5-star dining is optional for select shows in each of the Thursday night performances. For show dates, times, and prices, visit theateratthecenter.com or call 219-836-3255. Ask about becoming a subscriber. Discounted tickets and priority seating are just a few of the benefits you'll receive. Call 219-836-3255. Theater at the Center. You'll leave impressed. Now listen to Harlow tell you about what's on stage right now.
Hey, folks, that's right. We got a great show tomorrow night. Echoes of Pompeii, a Pink Floyd tribute band featuring our own Crystal Cater Quagliera on keyboards and vocals. Of course, we got another show coming up February 7th. It is comedy at the CVPA. Check out the tickets at theateratthecenter.com or cvpa.com. It's an optional dinner show with headliner Chicago news anchor Mike Toomey. Of course, 30-year road dog Nick Gaza will be hosting the show. Another comedian will be involved. The dinner show is $45. The show only is $30. And there's a cash bar available. Get on over there. Great shows this Friday. Back to you, Crystal Cater, and the Playful Life.
All right. Thanks, Ron, for that. Yes. It's always a really awesome time if you go to Theater at the Center. If you haven't been there, check it out, guys. It's like Broadway-style entertainment right in our backyards here. We don't have to go to Chicago. I think they even have valet parking there sometimes. So how nice is that, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I will be playing there on Friday with Echoes of Pompeii, which is a Pink Floyd tribute band. So I will be playing keyboards with them.
What's your favorite Pink Floyd song?
Oh gosh, people ask me this all the time. It's really hard to say. I think
I
don't know.
It's hard, right?
I mean, there's so many good ones. There's so many good, like Comfortably Numb. Of course, everybody knows that and stuff. But some of like the deep cuts, on some of the albums, like. When I first started with the band a couple months ago, we had tackled The Final Cut, which is an album that mostly Roger Waters did after The Wall, and hardly anybody knows any songs off this thing. But when you listen to it like front to back, I mean, what an awesome and moving experience. There's so many beautiful, like orchestrated parts to the music, and just, opened my eyes to like a whole new catalog of Pink Floyd songs that I had never known. So, and that's kind of interesting too. Like, Pink Floyd was really amazing at that, like telling a story from start to finish with an album. Yeah. That album experience, I don't think doesn't really happen as much anymore. It's always like, okay, what's the hit single and release that and Spotify and all these things and download whatever song, and it's not really like, let's put on an album and just listen and experience.
Well, that's the state of our world. I mean, back then you had to go buy an album, put the needle on the record, and actually listen to it. And if you wanted to change it, you had to pick up the needle. You had to mindfully notice where you were putting that needle and then listen, and then we had cassettes. Imagine fast forwarding that cassettes.
Same thing. You'd be like, oh, I'm not quite there yet. Got to go a little further.
Right. So we are just in a time where we have so much coming at us. I mean, go to Spotify, there's millions of options, millions.
So many.
But I'm laughing as I'm listening to you because I was the captain or co-captain of our basketball, volleyball teams in high school. And I could, back then, you'd make a cassette and then give it to the desk, and they would play your music while you were warming up. And I'm laughing because one of the songs I put on there was Pink Floyd's "We Don't Need No Education." So as we're warming up,
brick in the wall,
we don't need no. I'm sure the parents were just thrilled, like
You're
who's
who
this
put this
rebel?
song on there?
Right? Like, we don't need no education. Like, what is that called? The brick in the wall.
Brick in the wall.
Okay,
yeah.
Anyways, awesome. All right,
Teacher,
cool.
leave them kids alone, right?
Yeah, leave me alone. But anyways.
Yeah, what's funny, because I talk a lot, in the book and in my, philosophy and stuff, how, I would love to see the education in this country and the world, and a lot of, different places are approaching it differently. And I think there's starting to become this little revolution around, education, but how, when kids are young, they're playful, right? Until from their 0 to about 5 years old, that's all they know. Their whole world is play. And they go to school, and that's sort of flipped on its head now. And
sit down, be quiet.
Exactly. And that realm of playfulness and imagination just starts to get squashed little by little. And then by the time we're adults, it's completely just so
middle
difficult
school.
to find.
I would say it's squashed completely in middle school because the social pressure is there, just fitting in. I have a middle school child, so I've watched this whole thing unfold where I'm like, what happened to my baby? What happened to her? But we do come out of it, after we, later in life. I know that I did. I was in a car with 3 women coming back from Evansville, Illinois, Saturday night, and I have never laughed so hard. I mean, maybe I have, but stitches. Like I had mascara running down my face because I was laughing so hard, and it just felt so good, completely like substance free. Just laughing, just laughing, and at nobody's expense. Just laughter.
Yeah, and that feeling that you have, it's just, that's pure joy, right? And there's no way you could have planned for that,
right?
Or said, today I'm going to have these moments or whatever. No. They just sort of happen.
And that's a chemical expression as well in the body, because now we're talking about dopamine and serotonin again. So when we feel joy, when we feel that sense of radiating from us, first of all, we admit that. Our energy around our periphery vibrates differently when we feel joyful. I mean, have you ever walked into a room and you could feel the negativity, like the dull energy, and then you're like, oh God, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're that person who like walked into the room and everyone's like, oh man, I got to get out of here. So this brings me up to meditation. One way that I like to, one of the reasons I love to use mindfulness and meditation in my personal journey is because it helps to sort of set my day so that in the mornings when I wake up, I'm creating a bookend for how the rest of my day is going to be. And sometimes I use an app called Insight Timer. I'll just open up my app, I'll pick a meditation, and then maybe I'll be in the bathtub. Maybe I'll be laying in bed. Maybe I'll actually make it to my meditation cushion. I don't know. Every day's a little different. I have kids, and all that, but
life happens.
Life happens. So, just setting intention. And that's one way that I use meditation. But I also think that massage can be a meditation. I think that a yoga class is a meditation. I think walking your dogs can be a form of meditation. When I was boxing at Class UFC, that 45 minutes or however long it was, it's just you in the bag. You're focused.
Exactly.
And that's a meditation.
Exactly. I love that you say that because I feel like I often judge myself, or I get down on myself and go, oh, I suck at meditation or whatever. But I love to work out. And I think why I love working out so much is because it does bring me so much mental clarity. Like, I'm in this, I've got 10 burpees or whatever, and you're just trying to get through that minute or get through that, that last rep, and that's the only thing in my headspace at that moment.
Crystal, that is your meditation. Meditation literally means making a conscious decision to focus on one thing, whether it be an object, your breath, or a thought. Some people use mantra as meditation. So maybe you're working on cultivating more compassion in your life, creating a mantra of I am compassion, and then just sitting and just closing your eyes. I am compassion. I am compassion. And then when your mind starts to think about, oh, the dog probably needs to go out. Oh, I forgot to pack that in my kid's lunch. Oh, I got to, your brain is going to move. That's what it does. If it didn't, we would be dead, right? So your brain is going to do what it does. Meditation is about training the brain to return. And that's all that meditation is. We're training the brain to return to a single focus. It can't be two. It has to be a single one. And in your case, we're talking about, I'm going to do 10 burpees. All right, let's make this a meditation. I'm going to walk my dog for 30 minutes and mindfully think about, look at nature when I'm walking my dog. I am going to put on a nice classical piece of music, sit and close my eyes and just listen to that. Sometimes you can put a candle in front of you, light that. It's called Tritaka meditation. And you just look at that candle with an open eye gaze, and you just return your focus back to that candle. Return your focus back to that candle.
I feel like I've done that maybe with a campfire.
That's what happens when we sit at bonfires, which is why it's so peaceful, And so you're just sitting in nature.
But a candle's a great way to do that safely in your home. If you can't go light a fire in your backyard.
No, or in your living room.
Right.
But you can if you have a furnace, or not a furnace, a fireplace, light that furnace and just sit there and just watch the flames. But there's 1,000 ways to meditate. And I hear this all the time. Oh, my brain is too active. I can't do this. And truth be told, all of us can hold that thought, but then at some point in our journey, we made a decision to stop thinking that thought. Just like at some point we made a decision that, I can actually work out. There's some people who think they can't work out.
Right.
Because they have all these limitations. But then once you make a decision to say, no, I'm going to do what I can do. So with meditation, we've got these handy dandy computers that we hold.
Right.
Set a timer for 1 minute. And now we have Fitbits and iPhones, and you could set a timer for 1 minute on here.
Yeah.
And then mine even does a meditation. It does a breathing meditation for you. So
cool.
There's really no excuse.
Yeah. So I love that you're saying that too, because it doesn't need to be an hour. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes. It could be 1 minute.
No, it's 2020. We've got to do what we can do at this point. I mean, even if it's just 1 minute, it's 5 minutes. Okay, great. You have 30 minutes. But, again, meditation can be whatever you want it to be. But it has to be single focus.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
And intention. And the quieter your mind becomes, the more you can hear. I've already said that. And the benefits of meditation are decreasing stress, improving sleep, balancing our emotional well-being, improving relationships. The more work that I've done on my own emotional health, physical health, spiritual health, the healthier my relationships around me have become. And it's not because I went into that experience going, I want to have healthy relationships. No, it's I want to have a healthy relationship with myself. I want to be comfortable with my own damn mind, because this can be a scary place sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. It's your own worst enemy a lot of times.
So let me become comfortable with.
I like to say myself is the only person I'm with all the time.
All the time. I know.
And at the end of the day, when everybody else is gone, you're the only person left.
And when you're waking up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're staring at the ceiling, it's just you.
Right.
Exactly. So we need to make peace with ourselves.
Right. And that idea of, being able to forgive past hurts from yourself.
Oh my gosh.
And move forward. And, I think people think of forgiveness as something that we grant other people. But really, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself.
Yep.
And, letting go of those hurts from people, even if you can't ever make amends with those people in your actual physical life, just making amends with those things and those people is healing for yourself, and it enables you to move on and be a better person for future relationships and everything else.
I think forgiveness is where it's at. I mean, maybe forgiveness is the new sexy. I don't know. But the more...
Can we get shirts made with that? I love it.
Let's do it.
Drawing one
do it. I mean, because, when we are holding on, when we are holding on, what's happening is we are how can I rephrase this? We have to be able to let go. We have to let go. That doesn't mean that we pardon other people's behavior or we pardon our own behavior. But it just means that we let go of the grip that we have on it that's preventing us from moving forward. Now, yes, every hurt in every relationship is there to help us. It's an opportunity for healing,
And growth.
And growth. So every time something comes up, I have a very, very, very good friend, Sherry, who always says to me that this is coming up for healing. This is coming up for healing. And after I had lost the job that closed down very abruptly, I went through a gamut of emotions. I was high, I was low, I was sad, I was anxious, I was all over the place. And like a godsend, a high school friend of mine called me. We're friends on Facebook, but we went to high school together, and she called me and she said, Fran, I want to gift you this online course. And it's all about ancestral healing.
Oh.
And it's all about healing everything that has come before.
Wow.
So that you can literally live in this moment and be free moving forward. And every bit of it made sense to me. And so it's a call. It's called Health Beyond Belief. Health Beyond Belief. I think you would love it.
Cool. Check that out.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And he does a forgiveness prayer, which it literally covers everything. And I was on a call. I was in Cleveland, Ohio, visiting my family, and I'm multitasking per usual. And I've got my earbuds in, and I'm on this call. And of course, I'm not going to be called as a speaker on the call. But next thing I know, they're like, caller number 219-313. I'm like, oh my God, that's me. And I'm like, it's happening. It was like I won the lottery.
Yeah.
And so I'm at the Apple store in Westlake, Ohio, and my daughter's picking out her earbuds that she was buying with her own money, and I'm like, I gotta go. So I run outside, and he's like, ma'am, it sounds like there's a lot of activity going on behind you. I'm like, well, there is. I'm at the Apple store. Oh God. So anyways, I find a place to sit down. I mean, I'm a freaking mess. So I find a place to sit down in the winter. So like I'm sitting down in the middle of a courtyard.
Like, I gotta make this happen.
No, but outside. And this guy is just taking me through just, healing. Like, let's close your eyes. Where do you feel this in your body? And I'm sitting there in the middle of Crocker Park, like my eyes are closed. I'm trying to source where I'm feeling this in my body, which is called somatic healing. And long story short, that was an opportunity for me to let go of the grip of the pain of that job loss and the circumstances around it, because it was a mess. And to be able to really believe that my path is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And look how this is unfolding.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
incredible. Met you, it's just all been wonderful stuff.
It is. Yeah. Do you like at the beginning of the year or anything like that, do you choose a word or a mantra or anything like that to move forward?
I don't. I know people do. I feel like every day is just an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm not, New Year's, I'm not trying to set myself up for failure. You know what I mean? Like, I got the next 24 hours. This is what I'm going to focus on.
I love that.
I'm not trying to think about, like, if I reach that weight goal, then I'll be okay. No, let me just back it up. No. I know that when I drink juices, like when I juice, I feel better. When I consume more vegetables, I feel better. So I'm not thinking about, like, when I get there, I'm thinking about what can I do today to feel good.
Right. I say that weight loss is a side effect of living a healthy lifestyle. That's what I tell people all the time, because that's your goal is just to be healthy. Your goal is just to be a better person today than you were yesterday, right? And if you lose weight along the way, great. If you gain muscle along the way, awesome. Because those things are going to happen. So if you again let go of that 10 pounds or whatever that I need to lose, and you just let it go, focus on, I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday. And today's a fresh start. I'm going to be healthy and make the right decisions today. Then all of that will just fall into line.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. And I love that weight loss is a side effect of living healthy. I mean, anyone who's gone through a health scare, a health issue, anyone who's been affected by cancer, you know that things become like the level of importance with things gets shifted really quickly. Excuse me, gets shifted really quickly, and it just doesn't matter. You know, I mean, you know, my sister passed away from a bladder cancer in 2009. 2009. She was 42.
Wow.
And I only mention that because, you know, life can shift so quickly. And we all know this. We all know somebody who has had a situation that changes everything. You know, floods, natural disasters, you break an ankle, you can't work out. But, you know, when life happens, it's an opportunity to go, okay, I need to focus on what's important.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen,
Amen.
sister.
Yeah. So forgiveness, I love that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know when we exit this life and enter the next journey, right, that we're on, how wonderful just to know every day that you're not going to carry any of that baggage with you, you know.
That, and then also just as a body worker, as somebody who touches tissue, and I feel tension and energetic tension as well. When we are holding on, that is somewhere in your body. It's not just in your head. We have stuff that is stuck. And so when we loosen the grip and we make a conscious decision to go, okay, I'm going to focus on my breath and allow these emotions to literally transform out of my body. And the only way that can happen is with conscious breath, like taking a full breath in, just letting go of stuff. Even when I'm working on somebody's body and their shoulders are just, you know, jacked and I can't get them loose, the only way those are going to loosen is by a deep breath. I can literally, you know, dig my elbow in there, use an external tool. I can put a cup on there. I can do 1,000 things to make you feel like I'm hurting you enough to get that out. But until you decide to breathe, nothing is going to leave your body.
Wow.
So breath work in all things, I think, is healing.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that. And
Yeah.
how great to come full circle again with the massage aspect of it. And just, you know, it's a holistic approach, right? And
yes.
we gotta work on our physical bodies, but also our mental and, you know, emotional and spiritual health as well. And all of that goes together. And I think even if one of those pieces is missing or lacking, everything's kind of just out of whack, you know?
I agree.
And I did a great exercise with a friend of mine. Oh, we have not been on camera the whole time. That's okay. People heard us.
Oh, wow.
We weren't doing anything exciting. You just heard us.
Oh, wow.
It's a real podcast.
You know, yeah.
Wow. What was on the screen then?
It was just my my playful life. That's okay.
That's a nice logo.
Yeah. Anyway, but I had a friend that, you know, she said we did this exercise at the start of the year, my friend Martha, and it was that idea of balance is sort of like ridiculous, right? Because we have all these things, like, you know, we're talking about all these factors in our life, you know, work and family and spirituality and whatever, and all these goals. And when we try to live in balance, it's like we feel the pressure to go, okay, I'm giving here more, I need to take from here. And it's like when you think of a balance on a scale, you think like this, right? And so it's more about feeling in the flow, you know,
I love that.
And just being aware that, you know what, like maybe my marriage needs a little bit more time this week, and maybe I need to let go of some of those workouts, or, you know, let go a little bit of whatever, and I need to go back to church and spend more time there. And so, you know, that idea of balance, like I have to give, you know, equal amounts of energy and time to all these things is just really, really stressful and really not really realistic, I guess, you know.
I would say so. Like, I personally don't even have those thoughts. Like, I feel like I'm just literally doing the best that I can. You know what I mean? I wake up in the morning, I intend some meditation. I get to make my children's lunches. I get to see them off to school. just we are all doing the best that we can. And if people in your life don't see that, then I don't think that's your problem.
Right. Exactly.
And we're doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing amazing work, you and Ray, over there at Shanti Wellness. And if you are local, please check them out. ShantiWellnessCenter.com.
Yes.
So you tell us, where can they find out more about you and Ray and what you guys do there over at Shanti?
Okay, so we have an Instagram page, Shanti Wellness Center. We have a Facebook page, Shanti Wellness Center. And then we're located at 417 Ridge Road, Suite D. You park in the back. We're in the same plaza as Bomber's Barbecue, big hit in Munster. Marco's Bar and Grill, also a big hit in Munster. And then Wattis Dental, another big hit in Munster.
Yeah.
So that whole plaza has kind of revamped. It's brought life back to Ridge Road right there.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Cool. Yeah. So definitely check them out. And again, thank you so much, Fran, for being here. This was so serendipitous.
Much appreciated.
And,
Thank you.
I believe our higher powers,
wow.
called us
You're
to be
speaking
here.
my language, girl.
Yeah. So this was so wonderful. So I'll be back next Thursday with my friend Shannon Heater. She's going to be, again, talking about meditation and all those things. So I'm so excited to be bringing this to, a larger audience and sharing what you do and what we do with the world. So
thanks for being here, Crystal.
Absolutely.
I think I just love the concept of a joyful trainer. I just love your energy. If you don't know about Crystal, please check her out. Oh, we got the book right here.
Yeah.
And then she has her own book. And it's like a journal type situation where you can kind of just do some self-evaluation. So definitely check this out.
Great. I did not pay Fran to say any of this, by the way.
Well, no, but this is what we do. We support one another.
That's right.
And we build each other up. The best way to help small business is to go like their Facebook, go share their post, go tell somebody else about them. Let go of the judgment. Just go support one another. And the
competition. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Ron, always for everything, and your team here and all of our sponsors for letting us bring this to you. So
thank you.
With that, we are out, and stay playful.